What's poppin', everybody? Welcome to another catch-up episode of Floppy Drop. But by Thursday, we'll be fully caught up and we'll be back to our regular programming. As always, I'm here with my main man, Dolan, aka Drew, aka Heavy D, aka I Write Comics. What's up, brother?
Hey man, the temperature it's been a toasty
Bro.
mid to high 80s here in Indiana, but yeah, it's been a really good week. I'll say that it's been a great week actually.
Yeah, we've actually been in the hundos lately, so that sucks.
Oof.
And I will say for my job, I won't say where I work, but I'm in a smaller-ish building that's like
Mhm.
3/4 windows, and there's a lot of foot traffic that comes in and out, so the door is constantly just open. It's been like 80-ish degrees inside, and it
Yeah.
sucks.
And when you're making urinal cakes, it's rough at that temperature. Oh, I gave it away. Crap, I gave it
Dang
away.
it!
Shit.
Now people know that I make urinal cakes for a living, but I make the best urinal cakes ever. Nothing smells more gooder than my urinal cake. People are like, some new person's gonna see this and be like, "What the did I just like tune into?" I will say we've got a fun conversation. We're gonna check in on your campaign because holy crap, I'm trying to keep from cussing because we're not 3 minutes in yet. But following that, before we get to comics, we are gonna do a little talking about a movie because we both saw a movie recently that we're like, oh, okay, this was fun. I like this. And then we'll get into the planned programming of tonight. With the comics that came out last week. A lot of good stuff came out last week though, so I was like, I was feeling it. I was like, all right. See, I almost just waited to do another like dual week episode of Floppy Drop, but then when I realized how many good books we had from last week, I was like, nope, we're focusing on 1 week.
Sure.
But before we get into anything, no surprise to anyone, but Drew here is writing comics. He's got a campaign out, and holy mother, is it kicking butt! Naughty and Nice: The Return by Clan McDonald or from Clan McDonald, currently sitting at 14,523. What the hey, dude? That's awesome.
And 235 backers. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's an awesome feeling. It's great. It's just like every day we seem to be going up like anywhere from $500 to $1,000 each day, which is amazing. Um, but we have incredible covers. Clan McDonald's been terrific advertising this to a lot of their customers. They've been going to a lot of conventions recently, letting their customers know, like, making them aware about it. And they're going to be doing even more um, awareness about it through various other platforms of social media. Because Lord knows I can only do so much, but I do what I
Right.
can. But yeah, the turnout for this has been fantastic, and it's great. It's great to see the covers that have been selling well. So it's like, okay, we got to do that for next time. So
Yeah.
like you'll notice, like there's one from Ebass and there's one from Draxgal. They're clear. They're far and away the best ones, and it's
Nice.
easy to see why. But yeah, things are going terrific for this campaign, and I think everyone who's uh, checked it out, who's actually backed it. If you haven't backed it yet, I hope you do. I hope you check it out. Just know that you've got me writing it, you got Aaron Sparrow editing it, Marat Michaels on interiors, and you got the colorist from Alan Qua. I think it's the colorist for Alan Qua. It's like Ezekiel Dominguez is his name, I believe. Terrific colorist. There's an all-star team behind this, and when we get to the new series, it's going to be lights out, incredible.
Faux show, faux show. I'm scrolling through. Oh, here's Draxgals.
Yeah, Draxgal, he killed it.
Yeah. So, angles.
Look, I am, I guess, one of the greatest movie lines ever recently is from that movie by Steven Spielberg when him as his kid goes to visit John Ford, played by David Lynch. He's like,
Mm.
a flat angle, dull ass shit.
Yep.
Don't do it. And it's like, you got a dynamic angle like that, looking at two sexy chicks. That's a killer.
Heck yeah. Yeah, no, good covers here for sure. So you guys have a lot of covers for this too.
Yeah,
I
and
was
we got the best of the best of the best with
Yeah,
Donos.
Ebos. Yep, boom. Yeah, when y'all were doing the stream on Thursday and you kind of going through stuff, I was driving, so I couldn't fully like look down.
Mhm.
just listening in. But ooh, tatas.
Yeah,
Uh,
I mean, look, we got to be honest here.
Yeah.
On Kickstarter, sexy, risque covers sell well. That's just the market, right?
For-
And I hope people realize there's more to it than just the covers. This is a fantastic story.
I will say that was your goal, is to make sure you've got a good story. But you're
Yes.
hitting both markets here. I'm not
And
even
what's
both
great,
markets.
it's like the digital backers for this have been incredible. So I like to believe people are actually going to be checking out the story now because of this. Yep,
Indeed, a little bit of a punchline homage there. That's
Yeah.
not bad. This is giving me, I don't know if you know who Alexa Bliss is, but she's a wrestler. It's giving Alexa Bliss, but yeah, good stuff, man.
Can neither deny nor confirm that at this time.
I will say, well, my dog's having a conniption fit over there. He's pissed. He wanted more TREATS than what I gave him before we started, but so he's literally having a temper tantrum. He is like destroying my pillow. Anyways, $14,523, 235 backers. There's still 24 days left. Like it's a guarantee that you're gonna have more people come into this and back this. So
100%. And
yeah,
if honestly, if you're watching this right now, if you doubt it, if you're not sure about it, message in the live chat, message in the comments. I'll let you know about the story. I'll let you know what we got planned. There is a story here. You know, it is going to be told through a 3-arc structure, and it's going to have weight. So I hope you guys do check it out. Oh, hey Josh, towel rack. Just almost 8 minutes.
I know. We went the entire stream on Tuesday without an issue. I've got to see if Salty put it over under. Like, you know what it probably is? He probably didn't put one, and that's why it happened. But yeah, plenty of time here. Go back it. We do have the link pinned in the comments, and yeah, I think it's awesome stuff. Speaking of the comments, I do want to go say hello to some folks real quick. So we're going to head over there and see who all is here. We have Cajun Corey coming in with an evening. Nice to see you, Corey. He's also coming in with 15 months of membership. So heck yes. It does and it doesn't feel like I've been doing this that long. So yeah. It's just wild. But yeah, I greatly appreciate it. And for you, good sir, let's do a little bit of let's do Spike. Why not? I'm in a Buffy mode right now. So here we go.
What are you doing here? 5 words or less.
Out for a walk. Bitch.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember that scene in the movie, but I remember Paul Rubens, David Arquette. You were terrific in it.
So much. Every time Drew's got to come in with a freaking movie. Yes, as I said, we do have the link for the Kickstarter pinned in the comics. Make sure you check it out. Zeke, we got Zeke here in the house. Evening, guys. Evening, sir. Zeke, I need to send you and Val a message because I have a week where I might come see you guys. So I'll give you a heads up. We have the man himself who threatened that if we do not talk about a certain comic, he is unsubscribing. And that is Kaiser Jose coming in with Sup Boys. I'm watching Minecraft with the kiddos, but I'll be in and out. Happy to have you here, man. And yes, we will for sure be talking about Transformers. So Corey said it was 93 for him today. Yeah. Look, oof. I don't like the heat. And Ezekiel's coming in with this Texas heat sucks. It sucks. That is definitely one way to put it. We do have Salty Traveling C in the house, as always, coming in with Backed It Already, baby.
Outstanding.
All right. Heck yeah, thanks, Salty. And then he's giving me shit. He goes, despite Josh, back this crowdfunder. Listen, I will be backing it soon. I will say it's been a crazy week to 2 weeks. I will give news at some point.
Ooh,
but
Kaiser's backer number 4. That's awesome, man.
Oh, hell yeah. We do have Horror with Nads, Naughty herself, in the chat with Drew. So Drew, just a little wave. A little wave, hello. hello, and she's giving thanks. Thank you, Drew. Thank you. Let's see who else is here. Damn it! Oh, yep. You can always count on me to ruin things. How about that? We've got Rudy Tatigway in the house. Howdy. Hey y'all. What's up, Rudy? Nice to see you here, my man. Anyone else? Guys are putting orangutan toes.
Yeah, they're like what's it in the X-Men First Class? Because they're hanging out the bar.
Yeah. He's got them folded up in a. You see, what you guys don't know is we were in Dallas. Drew showed us that he could make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with his feet. It was really interesting. Yeah,
I can also pop I can also pop my toes. It's fun doing it. It's fun doing it at work when I'm popping them. People are like, "What the hell's that sound?" And it's like, "Yep,
it's my toes." You should just say it in a really weird, creepy voice. People were like, "What the beep?"
That's my toes.
He didn't really make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with his feet, but I wouldn't be surprised if he could. And we got Zach's in the house with that sounds nightmarish. Look, I'm not a feet guy, so I'm with you, Zach's. It does sound nightmarish. But and Kaiser wants to know toe jam or grape jam. I shall not give away the secrets.
No.
We do have Jake. Yeah. JK's coming in with way TMI, way too much information. She's like, I'm never going to be able to watch Wes's show again while you're on it.
We've been doing this for a long time. Wes and I were talking behind the scenes. We've been doing our best of the week for 3 years now.
That's wild. I was trying to remember when I started doing stuff with Wes. And I feel like it had to be 21 or 22. And then, because we started off doing This Week in Batman, and we did that until all the Batman stuff just started sucking. And I'm like, enough of this.
Yeah, it was just funny because we were just like, how long have we been doing this? 3 years now? It's wild because I was doing it up at the loft at the store. I will not mention. Like birds were always flying in above my head and all that.
Oh yeah,
Wes would be like, hey, where's the pigeons at today? Are they in there today? But yeah, fun times. But yeah, and still to this day, people say like, Wes, when do you ever do you never talk about the best comics of the week. When are you ever going to do the best?
I know. All you ever do is do negative stuff. You never have anything positive to say. He's like, I've got a freaking stream every week talking about the best stuff. Yeah. People are going to hear what they want to hear. It's fine.
Yeah.
Kaiser Jose put 3 years of great recommendations. Indeed.
Yeah.
And we've got the Breen coming in with 3 years. That's quite a feat. Feat. So I do also have to say hello to SP Card Fan coming in with what did I just turn on? Listen, if you thought this was interesting, you could have caught the first like 30 seconds. But yeah. Anyway, good stuff. Hold on before we continue. We have Zax coming in with 15 months of membership. And why do you hate all comics? Gosh, comics are good now. Haven't you heard, Drew?
Comics are good now. Yeah, according to Sue DeConnick Kelly, comics are booming.
Have you not read Marvel recently? They're the best.
Gail Simone's X-Men's the best.
Awesome
sauce. Josh, the best.
Best ever.
Get the Horsey Mutant and Mutant Goes into Dreams and Other Kid and one kid.
Just because you mentioned this, so preparing a series of shows, cherry popped with Max. We're gonna discuss Buffy. So he's watched season 1. I think he's almost done with season 2. He's got like 2 episodes left. We've already recorded our season 1 video. It's just waiting so we can kind of get a series of things going on a regular basis. I'm trying to plan out as best as I can.
Right.
But I started preparing for the video discussion we're going to do for season 2. And I found out through that in season 2 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, they reached out to try to get Gail Simone as a writer for the show, but she couldn't because she was under an exclusive contract with DC Comics.
Oh, that's
I was like, oh, wow, okay, that's interesting.
Oh damn!
So yeah, that was just a weird little factoid.
But what's even better, it was even more gooder, Josh, is that we're getting Mr. Pseudoconic on Batman. Isn't that great?
Oh well, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I've heard not great things, so
I'm not surprised.
JK did put this is kind of like reading a DC Comics comic, all weird fetish stuff. What are you talking about? We're not doing anything gay or trans around here. Stop. And then Rudy Tacticway put, where do y'all find time to commit to your shows? I have trouble catching a live show, let alone if I had to do, oh my gosh, listen.
You gotta commit to it.
I'm gonna say, yeah, you just gotta commit to it. I will say I haven't even had a chance to talk to Drew about this. Literally the only person I've talked to is Max. Part of what I was dealing with the past 2 weeks is my dad's having some health stuff. We don't exactly know what's going on, but it's been a little scary. So just for reference for future, if something pops up, I will share, but we're going to try to just make sure we get back on a normal schedule, despite that stuff. So, not to bring anything down. We're still going to have fun tonight, but, and look, see, Zach says that sounds amazing. Bad timing.
Josh, towel rack. Yeah, hey, one Marvel per month, that's not bad, all things considered, and the way things are going with them. I think
yeah, but now that Daredevil what was it, Daredevil
Cold Day in Hell was over.
Yeah, is over. Does that mean it's going to 0?
I think so. It's going back down to 0.
For sure. Zach's put, I miss you, Max. Is Max in the chat, or is it just because I mentioned him? I think it's because I mentioned him.
Yeah, I think because you missed him. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Max is coming back soon. So we'll see. We'll see. I've been giving him a hard time.
Good.
And by hard time, I mean like stop being a little pussy and get back to YouTube.
You're a biggity bitch. Yeah, get on here.
Salty is having opinions about Kelly Sue DeConnick. He said Kelly effing Sue DeConnick is going to be at Rose City Comic Con in September. Gonna be so hard not to yell. Can't? Is that what you?
I would say just yell. See you next Tuesday. See you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday. You know what? You should go find her Aquaman book and have her sign it.
Oh, God.
Or her Wonder Woman book, have her sign it. Or Captain Marvel, sign it. So.
Or Bitch Planet. I think that's Bitch Planet did.
Oh God, I even forgot about that. We do have Nosferatu in the house. My favorite twunk duo, indeed, Twunky. And did Josh eliminate Aaron via his Mossad connections? No, Aaron doesn't read modern comics. So if we're ever doing floppy drop, so how we've been trying to catch up with floppy drop recently, we won't have him. But whenever we do culture popped or like full on movie focused stuff, he will most likely be here. But he's been a busy little beaver himself. So yeah, Drew's keeping him busy. He's staying busy on his own. So good things for him there as well. Doomface, I think, is going to print soon. So that'll be hitting people's homes before we know it.
Likewise with Unholy Nightmare 2. We just approved the print file, so that will be going to print here very shortly.
Yeah, right. Bree came in with comics are great now, quoted by the 5 TikTokers that Zach says are saving comics. Can't be wrong. Indeed. Salty also put Matt Fraction is also going to be at Rose City Comic Con in September getting not Batman stuff signed.
Fair enough.
Fair. Yeah, look, Matt's had some decent stuff. So
yeah, it's a weird thing because he did that Iron Fist run, but he did that with Ed Brubaker. So I'm wondering how much of that was heavy lifting from Ed Brubaker and how much Matt Fraction had to do with that.
I mean, possibly, yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised. Look, if we're being honest too, sometimes some of the best comics we get are collaborations between people.
Very true.
So,
yeah.
But yeah. JK put, I told my LCS I didn't want Batman #1 by Fraction. And he said he was hearing that a lot.
Oof.
Yeah. It's interesting because my comic shop owner, like we were discussing just sales, and they're not in a bad spot with sales, but there's been such a shift of less and less people buying the monthly comics. and he was like, we're in this weird shift now where before it was like only like hardcore people would buy omnibus, and he's like, I've got a ton of people coming in buying these collections and omnibus, and what are they? It's like an omnibus, but it's the paperback.
Oh, the compendiums.
Yes, compendiums. He's like, we're selling those like crazy.
I'm sure not just those, but like probably the mini, like the what DC's doing. Those are selling like gangbusters.
Yes. So he said those for him are going crazy because there's people that are kind of falling over from the manga crowd that are getting that because it's such a better price point. I mean, better price point than the standard trades. So look, if this will keep comics in business, great. But I think this is also a sign that like the current stuff still isn't quite that good. I think when some of this DC stuff starts hitting, this more recent DC stuff starts hitting trade, I think more people will discover it as well. Hopefully,
yeah,
yeah.
I have a feeling, and as soon as they get Jeremy Adams like flash run in a compendium, or like not just individual trades, but like a full on omnibus or whatever, I think people will buy it. Same thing with this Green Lantern run and Aquaman run. Yeah, just some of these runs will be collected and will be reread. I guarantee it.
Yeah, indeed. Got a couple of nice words about my dad from some of you. Thank you so much. I'll keep you guys on the loop. We still don't know exactly what's going on, so taking it day by day. Let's see. Looking forward to Doomface. What else do we have here? Kaiser put, do you guys prefer trading cards, bookmarks, magnets, or stickers for push goals? I myself like the trading cards.
Bookmarks, because I'm always reading. Every week, I'm always reading something different. So I have all my stuff has bookmarks in it. So all the bookmarks I get from my Kickstarters, they go in those books.
Fair. I will say I'm ADD. I'm ADD with my reading as well. If it's floppy comics, I don't need a freaking bookmark. No. But I've got my right now just normal book wise. I've got my espionage book stuff that I'm got a whole group of shit that I'm reading for a writing project. But I've got the book that I'm currently reading for that with a bookmark in it. I picked up Jurassic Park again because I'm like, I haven't read this in forever. I want to reread this. Got a bookmark in it. I'm reading through books that are essays on Buffy and Angel to prepare for these videos we're doing. So I've got my bookmark in it. And then we have like the book club books that we do with my comic shop. So I've got a bookmark. And yeah, bookmarks. Let's do it. Or socks. If anyone ever decides they want to do like banger ass socks with boobies on them, sure, why not?
Yeah.
I'm gonna confuse everyone around me. They're like, I thought you were a yeah, that's right.
I remember backing a campaign that had like a COVID mask. Like it was actual like one of those gaiters or whatever you could wear. Just shows you how dated that was.
Yeah. Let's see what else are we. Yep. I think that's pretty. Oh, we'll do two things, then I still have to play a video for Zach's, who did confirm it was just because I mentioned Max. But Salty put the covers look like hot garbage, one exception for the Fraction Batman. Interiors look almost decent. Speaking of hot garbage covers, what's up with all these variant covers for Batman versus Deadpool that has everyone and their dog other than Batman and or Deadpool?
I think it's the search for more money. That's what it is.
Probably.
And it's their one chance in the last 30 years to get their characters together on a cover.
True.
And if you think there won't be a blank, you're sorely mistaken. So,
that's true.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a search for more money. That's all that is. This is desperation. This is what, look, this is the same. It's all cyclical, and this is what happened back in the late 90s when DC and Marvel combined for the Amalgam Universe, and they had their big crossover fight. We're in that same time period as we were then, just they're both struggling and they're both trying to find their footing again. And it's, desperation is the one word that comes to mind.
Yep. And if you missed it, Wes had a video specifically discussing DC sales, which are
not
sadly
good.
Low. Yeah.
Yes.
And before anyone's like, there's not even sales reports, how do you peeping know? There is someone who is friends with people that, and I'm not even saying me, I'm just saying there is someone that's friends with people in the offices and they're getting information. So Yes, I completely agree that the Deadpool Batman covers are idiotic, but I do get Drew's point. Like, this is the first time in 30 years that they've been
Yeah.
able to do it, so they're gonna run the gamut with it.
Yes, they
And
are.
I don't understand Nightwing and Girl Wolverine. Just why? Because it's awesome, JK.
I'm waiting for the Ambush Bug and Terror Inc. crossover cover. That'd be amazing.
Oh yeah.
There could be only one for that, but that's just me.
Kaiser fell for the Gambit Damien cover.
Oh, you poor bastard.
Dang. Wow. I don't even know if I've seen it, if I'm being honest. I do need to play a video real quick for Zax. And since I waited so long to do this, I guess I'll get a solid clip going on here. Let's do a little Henry Cavill Superman.
Yeah.
Look, I might have a lot of thoughts about Zack Snyder, but he can make a pretty movie. So
yes, you can. Absolutely.
All right, real quick before we get into comics this week, we're going to talk about a little movie. I went and saw it Sunday. When did you see it?
I saw it Thursday last week.
Okay. So we're talking about a little movie called Weapons, and I'm just going to say I thought it was a ton of fun. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, me too. And I think as of right now, it's probably one of my two favorite films of the year. I really, really, really enjoyed it. I love horror movies, and this is a horror done right. And the director, he absolutely killed it. And not just the fact that it's a horror film, but it does have humor in it, which is great. You know, you gotta bring down that tension with humor, which is fantastic. Almost every performance in that film was amazing.
Yeah,
almost everyone was amazing in that film. Even Benedict Wong, who as a principal, he was great. But to me, I told you that the highlight was the junkie in the film. Give that guy the Oscar. that has to be the best portrayal of a junkie on film like I have ever seen.
Yeah. Look, I'm with you. I thought everyone did a great job. I liked a lot of it, if I'm being completely honest. And the great thing about it is it kind of just kept shifting tones a little bit. So you started off, it was a little creepy. There's suspense there, and I think probably through a good maybe 20 to 30 minutes of the film, you're just feeling suspense. Because you've got Julia Garner's character, and it's following her for a bit, and then it cuts and it follows Josh Brolin's character for a little bit.
And they it's like it's like Pulp Fiction. They follow a different person through different periods. So you said Josh Brolin, Julia Garner, the junkie, the principal, and someone's name I don't want to mention who shows up later, but I don't want to spoil it. But yeah, it's fantastic. I love the storytelling in it.
Yeah, even the cop too, like, you know.
Yeah. So that was what's his name? That was Han Solo. Solo. I couldn't believe it. He had he had a terrible perm, and it's just like, who is this guy? And it's like, oh, okay.
From Han Solo to Ironheart to this.
Well, it's like, I
mean, this was definitely the highlight for him.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
But yeah, I will say too that while it was creepy, I will say, so the first bit I felt was more suspense thriller than horror, and then it kind of shifted into comedy. I don't want to say comedy, but there were some funny moments. You're getting into daily routines. You're seeing the believable routines of these individuals in this town, and they're great. And it's humor done well. I'll put it that way. So you get some of that, and then you really start to lean into horror towards the end. And then the ending is just batshit bonkers crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So I was very concerned going into this
Yeah.
because how should I say this tactfully? I know people love the movie Barbarian. I didn't because I saw it as a strong like anti-male film. I saw it as a strong like reading the subtext of it. I'm like, okay, there's a strong anti-male message here in this film, specifically anti-white male message in this film. But I was kind of concerned with that going into this film. I was concerned there's going to be like a twist with that with Josh Brolin's character. We didn't get that at all, which is fantastic. He is a great dad in this film. Is that you understand his motivations as a dad. He's desperate, you know, and he's amazing in this film. Everyone is fucking amazing in this film. There is no preaching in this, you know. It's just straight up horror, believable scenarios, up till the elevated realism of what happens later on in the film. But yeah, it's terrific. It's creepy when you get to a certain point in it, you know.
Like the kind of like the final act. Well, the final 2 acts are pretty damn creepy and intense.
Yes.
And then I feel like it ends on a perfect way. But yeah, there were moments when it really decided to really like get out of the suspense and lean into the horror. It did it pretty damn well. There's body horror in this too that was like, all right, okay, oof. So yeah, I loved. I went with one of my friends and we watched it, and honestly, it was a pretty full theater that watched it, and good reactions coming out of the theater.
So I didn't tell you. So when I went to go see it, there was a very old couple behind us in the theater. Like we're talking like 70s or 80s, probably 80s. One guy was in a wheelchair. His wife was right next to him, and they're talking out loud through the whole film. They're like, "Is she doing that? Is she such and such? Is he her?" And the guy's like, "I don't understand what's going on. Can you tell me after we leave here?" And they're just saying this out loud in the movie. Everyone's just kind of like trying not to laugh, but it's just it's hilarious.
So there was, I would say, a decent amount of people of a certain melanin in my audience, which I love for horror movies because I think it makes it great. But I had a lady behind me that was probably like late 40s, and she's like, "No, that bitch is crazy. Only white people are gonna do shit like that." It's like, you're not wrong, but okay. So that also made it entertaining. But yeah, I'm with you. I think I had the most fun during the crackheads portion. And then once it kind of shifted from that into like, okay, I hope you had your fun now. Now we're gonna go to horror. I was like, oh, but good stuff. So if you haven't seen it, go see Weapons. I thought it was a lot of fun. And as much as I want to talk about the ending, because I literally, that's what I texted about. Yeah,
because we cannot talk about the third act, because as soon as we do, it spoils the whole thing, and not going to happen. Yep.
I will say though that even at the very beginning, from the title card when it said Weapons, I literally was like, "Oh, it's this or this." And my first thought was wrong, but my second thought was spot on. And I will say I was validated even before the end when we'll say it's in the crackhead portion when he goes back to his tent. I'm like, got it. Okay.
Oh man, there are moments. Yeah, just when he there are some great not that too. Yeah, there's some great jump scare moments in this. Like great, like almost like insidious jump scare moments in this. It got me. So I do want to see this again at some point.
Yep. Good creepy stuff. Go watch it.
Bloody well done. Yeah.
Indeed. We do have Ezekiel saying, "I need to see Weapons." Val and I saw the movie together, and that movie was interesting. Bree and Franco were solid.
So
go ahead.
I do want to see that. I'm planning on trying to see that this week. But I need to know, is there good body horror in it? That's what I want to know.
So we didn't get into it in detail, but my friend Bryce that I was with, he had saw it the night before, 2 nights, Friday night, I think. And he said it was good, but he preferred weapons quite a
Okay.
bit. So, let's see. Talk about Damien. We love Damien. Why not? Damien.
Just a little shit in the planet.
Yep. Okay, everyone's talking about that. Why are we talking about the Deadpool covers? Come on, guys. No, I'm kidding. Please, by all means, talk about what you want. Drewski, let's go ahead and start talking about last week's comics before we get to this week's comics on Thursday night. But I want to start with the wee little comic that's just doing a little bit of stuff right now. Nothing crazy. And that is Transformers. Indeed. I'm just gonna start off by saying, Jesus, what a banger of an issue.
Yes.
I've said for a little while now that you can tell everything is like building, and I was just like, it's that anticipation of like when you're on a roller coaster waiting for the drop off, but like the good drop off. You're waiting for everything to just like come together, and I mean,
This feels like the preamble to Tchaikovsky's 1812 Overture. As soon as we get to the crescendo, this is just like next issue is going to be like the bum 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 bum. Just that's when everything's going to happen.
Oh yeah, I mean, even here, there's a lot going on, and it juggles the characters well. There's quite a bit of action. There's
I get the shag and wagon. I call him shag and wagon.
Shag and wagon. And then you get a lot of great stuff with the human characters too, and yeah, it had me a bit in my feels. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you got Megatron being just evil piece of shit, and I love how he just manhandles Starscream. It's great.
Yep. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Autobots. This is their most desperate hour. This is like the 1986 animated film. They are getting ready to just get wiped off the damn planet.
Yeah. And even just so much good here from the fact that you've got them trying to put their plan in place and protect the humans, and then you've got Starscream overhearing and is like, "Did you catch that?" I'm like, "You piece of shit." It's I'm loving this, and I'm sad.
You got Optimus in the Matrix Leadership Heaven, trying to figure things out, trying to figure out a way back.
Oh yeah,
and maybe he finds it. I can't.
Maybe,
I don't want to spoil
it. I don't know. But no, I really liked some of the stuff with. Even this here, like, look, I've made it very clear that like I don't have the affinity towards Transformers as some people, but this whole where people are like paying thanks,
it's great.
Optimus, like chills, like okay, fine. Damn you, Daniel Warren Johnson, get me in my feels. But great stuff. And I'm even trying to think of like, out of all the times that I've skimmed through either Transformers comics or stuff, like how often was I like, oh, the humans made an impact? And it's not often, like, but they did here. So,
and even Carly was completely not insufferable in this.
Yes, yeah. Oh gosh, I always think back to issue 4. I think it was issue 4. Was like
she's just reading Cliff Jumper the Riot Act.
God, like, we're all like, no, why? Thank God that wasn't what continued.
Yes.
Great stuff. In the end, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna say it, but
Ultra Magnus, there he is.
Yeah,
big soldier fighting
Hell
on.
Yeah. So yeah, this is definitely like, if you're not reading freaking Transformers, what's wrong with you? Go fix yourself. It's going to be a 24 issue run. There's individual trades.
This is going to be it's going to be an evergreen story that's going to be constantly reprinted, new covers, exclusives, all that shit. And I guarantee there's going to be like artist editions, artifact editions, artisan artifact editions, it's gonna be this is gonna be evergreen. It's gonna be
Yeah.
constantly reprinted to the end of time. I guarantee it.
You know, and I know we're all excited for Kirkman and Mora, but they've got some big ass shoes to fill.
Yes, they do. And I told Wes, I mean, really, at this point, after the next issue, you can you have to bring in Unicron. You have to at this point. Unicron is that next big threat. There's no other way to go.
Or do you think they're gonna try to? I mean, maybe Unicron. Do you think they're gonna try to do more of like a crossover focus with GI Joe and stuff?
That could be the other way. You know, go. I don't want to say necessarily go smaller, but you could deviate. You know, just bring it grounded. You know, just have the big crossover within the next part. That's possible. I'm completely down for that since they've been teasing that. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I have faith, but yeah, I still like if I were Robert Kirkman and more, we'd be like, can someone step in and do like 6 issues before we take over? Because
at the very least, we're gonna have Dan Mora art. That's
oh yeah. Oh no, agreed. It's gonna. I have confidence it's gonna continue to be a banger. You know, we might have like a 2 or 3 issue transition where we have to kind of readjust a little bit, but it'll be worth it. So I don't want to go too far because I don't want to get into the ending too much. But yeah, just bombastic freaking action, and it definitely finishes off with like not even a cliffhanger, just like you want the. I finished this and I wanted the 24th issue immediately. So. But yeah, look,
everyone's gonna be there. I guarantee it.
Oh, for sure. I'm giving this. I drop this in the freaking bag because I want it and I want it now.
Not just that, buy one and buy a second for your friends. You know, that's where I'm at with that.
Be a good friend.
Yeah, do them a
comic shops will enjoy that too. So
yeah,
this is definitely a pick it up.
I want that.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Let's see if we got any comments coming in over here about Transformers. And let's see. Kaiser Jose put my son bump. Oh,
yeah.
Trippy, but yeah. Corona's work is always great. There's plenty of stuff from Corona that I did not appreciate or didn't care.
Yes.
I did not like his art on Batgirls. I thought it was awful.
Yes, wrong guy for that book.
Yeah. But I have absolutely loved him on Transformers, and I think this is some of the best work he's ever done. So
100%. This is, and I'm not going to beat around the bush. This is the best work of his career, and I hope his OA is selling for big bucks. I'm hoping it's selling for thousands.
Ezekiel's wanting to know best Daniel Warren Johnson comic series. Where does this stack up?
I will say best series, but as far as best individual issue or story, no. I will say that's reserved for his Superman Red and Blue. He did. That got me. Yeah, that caused a little salty discharge from my eyes. Reading that, but this is a close second.
Look, if I'm being honest, there's so much Daniel Warren Johnson stuff that I've loved. Going back to Murder Falcon, I thought that was great. Do a Power Bomb is great. You've got this. You've got shoot, why can't I think of his name now? Thor.
Better Ray Bill.
Yes,
that was really good. That was really good.
Oh, that was bomb. I think the only thing I can think of that I did not like of his that was like his was that Wonder Woman Dead Earth. That was not it. Salty put, I always buy cover A and B of Transformers. It's that good. Incentives when they move my soul. Indeed. And he's correcting his spelling. I knew that was coming. I was like, Salty's not gonna let this slide. And let's see. Ezekiel said he's been buying the Nakayama.
Oh yeah, DNA. Yeah, David Nakayama. Okay. Mr. DNA
variants. So heck yeah, nice. And Salty put, I want to see Corona do a gritty wilderness series. His style would rock with that in the old Western. Yep.
You know what? Look, this is just me. I don't want to give Valiant ideas after what they did this past week, but Corona and me on a Turok series. That's what I see. Turok Dinosaur Hunter series.
I was gonna. Okay, yeah. So Ezekiel's mentioning it here. I think Corona did art for like a Western series with Scotty Young.
Yeah. I know the one he's talking about.
Yeah, I've got to look it up. It's about the lady, the woman.
Yes.
I read the first issue. I thought it was all right. I didn't keep reading. Maybe I'll pick up the trade at some point. But let's see. Daniel Warren Johnson's Darth Vader story. I have not read that, so I didn't even know that existed. Yeah. I don't. Look. If I'm being honest, I don't seek out Star Wars. Oh,
not anymore.
There we go.
No.
Ain't no grave. That's it. Yeah, I read the first issue. I just remember not really liking the main character, and when it's all about that character, it's kind of hard to want to continue. But she was just kind of a terrible person. I mean, the character was dying from cancer, so but
this doesn't excuse you to be an asshole. That's all I'm going to say.
Right. So
yeah.
I've heard a lot of people say that it was great. Like in the total, it's great. So that's why I might check out the trade. But yeah, I would say that I think Transformers for last week was probably like the best book on the stands.
I would say it's a 1B for me. 1A was probably a certain Batman book that came out last week because that one was really fucking good.
Are we talking about a little Batman Dark Patterns, Drew? Is that?
Yes, we are. Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, I would say, look, that was my other pick. But yeah, let me pull this up. I agree. This was a freaking banger of an issue. Dark, weird, really went to some deeper...
At the end, it goes places where this goes to a place toward the end of this where Chip would never do this. I know Tom Taylor would never do this. Sure as hell, Matt Fraction would never do it. Tom King would never do it. Well, I don't know. Maybe Tom King would do it, but it gets dark, and you don't have to see Batman lose in any way, and it's like it happens here, and how this opens. I mean, he's got a bullet in his back. He's at his weakest right now. He's getting ready to get killed. Yeah,
they're about to just start pouring bleach all over him.
Yeah, it's just that smell and that way that just to die from that, it just fucking sounds painful and terrible.
Oh yeah. And they give you the imagery too at one point as if it's happening, and it's just rough. But yeah, he's not in a good space here. They've done something to numb his arms and legs so he can't move them. He's essentially paralyzed. So he is just at their mercy here. And he's trying to use his wits to talk them out of it and understand why they're doing what they're doing, why they pretended like the Red Hood gang was back. So you get this really interesting conversation. The fact of this girl that they dug up essentially and then poured this shit on to make it look like it's some trippy ass shit.
Yeah, going out of their way to really make it look like the Red Hood gang is back. Yeah, and but with Batman, as we all know, he could be worn out, broken down physically, but still, his mind is his greatest weapon, and he uses that to his, to a T in this issue. He's got it. He figures it all out, and I love it.
Yeah, I mean, look, even here, just Grandpa, and then Batman picks up on the kid saying Grandpa, and then goes in with this is a family thing. Yeah. So
but that's just one of them. There are a lot of twists along the way. It's like,
oh yeah. And look, the twists, and then kind of what we mentioned earlier, the way it ends, like it does. It's a Batman book. Does Batman walk away? Sure.
But I will say this. I want the very, very, very last page in this book. I want that page. That last page is fucking beautiful. It's a banger.
Yeah.
If I ever see Hayden Sherman, I'm going to ask him if he has that page because I want it.
Are you talking about the Sorry?
No.
Okay.
It's where we see a certain costume accoutrement of Batman that's hanging on the city.
Yes. Okay, it took me a minute. On like the rooftop, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I was trying to remember exactly what the last page was. But yeah, how this story ends too, in terms of the threat, is tragic and dark, and I love this Batman that is in this darkness. He does look, and he's not like out here murdering people or anything, but he acknowledges the situation for what it is, and he's like, well,
yeah, he's
I
in
could
this.
have, but
Yeah, he's like if you compare it to the film Batman Begins, he's in the Narrows. He is in
yeah,
this undercity of Gotham, this whole other city, and they see him as a virus in the city. Everyone has their eyes on him, and he is the odd man out, and it does not turn out well for Batman. It is
no,
great, and what makes it even greater is the fact that Hayden Sherman pulls it off beautifully in a lot of the pages, where you just see Batman just so small, like this huge city with everyone has their eyes
yes,
down on him. They're just watching him. It's fantastic. It's creepy. It's so hard to believe that this is the same artist doing Absolute Wonder Woman. I don't
agreed.
fucking get it, but I guarantee you he is 100% putting his effort into this book and not Absolute Wonder Woman, because it shows here in this book.
Yeah. Yeah, this is where you kind of see that body horror stuff coming in.
Yeah.
No, I agree with you completely on the I agree with you on what his art and what he's doing here versus what he does in Wonder Woman. And what's crazy is in Wonder Woman, he's telling a story about an Amazon that is also a witch that was raised in hell.
Yeah.
And he's not even getting remotely close to the darkness
No.
that he is here. And to
No,
me,
that's even funnier about that fact. Yeah, it's like it feels like it's a G-rated witch story, honestly. But this, it's like, holy fuck, this is what Absolute Wonder Woman should be.
Yeah. And look, we always talk about just perspective, but like here, definitely an interesting angle. You're looking down. I'll also say just the work that Sherman does and the colorist, I'd have to look up the colorist's name. Like it feels like this is something from the 70s, just because of the furniture and the decor and
well, not just that, Joshy Poo, but his page layouts, his panel layouts.
Yeah.
Look, this is just me because I'm thinking Breen, if he's watching, he probably is watching. He may agree with me on this. His panel layouts are very, very reminiscent of an early Todd McFarlane on Infinity Inc. When he's doing all these unique ways of showing what's the action, the sequences, the dialogue in the panels, like different designs for the panels.
Yep.
It has your eye moving. Your eyes are constantly moving, and it's not just static images. That's what separates a great illustrator from a good illustrator. He is a fucking mastermind in this damn series, and I would love to party with this guy. He is amazing.
Yeah. I agree. I'm loving this. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop there because I don't want to go too far. Great book. If you haven't been reading this, read it. It's quick, like 3-issue story arcs that are really easily digestible. It's a little rocky in that first arc, but man, they've pulled it together ever since then. And I'm bummed that we only have one arc left.
I know.
So hopefully, I wish this were selling well enough. We now know that's certainly not, but I wish this were selling well enough that they would continue it. Hopefully, when they collect it for a trade, enough people will start seeing its praises, or maybe it'll end up on end of year lists for people to kind of get more eyes on it. Because this is the best Batman book we've had in years.
Yeah, I even told Wes, look, after this issue, this has now trumped Batman and Robin. This is now the Batman book for me. This is it.
And that is completely fair. I am curious to see where he goes with this final arc and see what he does, because I think it's going to be interesting. But so many good things here to take in. And I'm saying absolutely 100%. This is a must get. Go pick it up. So we'll give a little new boot goof in action.
Absolutely.
Genuine ostrich. 3 payments. Oh,
That's how I came out of the comic shop with my shorts, boots, and jumping. Having dark patterns. Yeah. No, seriously though, go get this book. Let's turn to the comments real quick to see what the folks are saying. Let's see. We have Jana Banana here coming with I'm here. Who are we voting tonight? That is for after hours. But we'll get to that. And Ezekiel put, I really regret not reading Dark Patterns earlier, but I'm picking up the trades eventually. Yeah, man. Honestly, just pick up the trades. If you're behind, pick up the trades. It might even work better that way. But it's a fantastic book. And Zach's put Jesse Smollett.
Smoulier? Yeah.
Smoulier. And then Ezekiel put, why can't we get more of this Batman, damn it? I just don't think they know what to do with Batman. And for them, I think they feel like they've got to completely change the game with their mainline story, and they've failed miserably at trying to do that. And this, I'm sure that Dan Waters and Hayden Sherman were like, hey, we kind of want to do these things. And I feel like they probably said in the vein of Legends of the Dark Knight, because it reminds me of those short stories that were really dark, really gritty.
That's never a bad thing.
No. So,
and I'll say it again, when we're living in a world now where DC is collecting and reprinting all of like the old stories, like Superman's Triangle era, why are they not doing it for Legends of the Dark Knight? Why is there not a compendium? Why is there not a
omnibus? Like, I mean, there should be a series of omnibus for that run. Just it's stupid that they haven't.
You're doing the Spectre. You're doing the Spectre run. Come on, you mean to tell me you can't do Legends of the Dark Knight? You can't do the Grant Morrison, Denny O'Neil, Doug Monaco. You can't collect these? Are you fucking kidding me right now?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a wild, and there's good stories in there too.
Great stories.
Yeah, it'll happen eventually. I'm just gonna wait for it to happen.
Yeah. My second all-time favorite Batman story in there, Prey by Doug Monaco and Paul Gulacy. Love that story.
It's a good one. It is a good one. They're probably like, we can't blow our load all at once with all these books. We got to spread them out. Yeah. They make that noise too while they do it. And then Kaiser put that same Zeke. I hate myself for this one. Listen, we've been praising it from early on, so just so that's on y'all. And let's see. Salty put agreed. Dark Patterns is great. Old school Batman agreed with the old school Batman series. And JK put, I want to read the complete series. Banger, do it. We got Cannoli Sasquatch coming in with hello, Josh. Hold me and read Batman comics with me. Indeed, that sounds like a great night. And Salty put, I think this was a counterpoint to Batshit Abso Bat series. DC knew Dark Patterns was going to sell to long. Yeah, actually, you know what? You're probably right. Someone at DC probably had the wherewithal to go like, hey, we got this mainline series not being received too great. Scott's doing Absolute Batman. It's probably going to rub traditional Batman fans the wrong way. We got to do something a little classic. And then if someone was wise enough to say that, whoever that person is, kudos, thank you. True Bat fans love you for that. Cannoli did put just finished John's Green Lantern books. Currently reading Batman Full Moon. Not terrible so far. Interesting artwork.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like you're going pretty high, and it's like lower your expectations with that book.
Yeah. What I will say about Full Moon though is, and this is just perspective here, when it was coming out, it was like, okay, well, this is the good Batman book coming out. So but yeah, Jeff Johns' Green Lantern work is revered for reasons. So yeah, you're going from like a mountaintop to a fine story.
Yeah.
And Kaiser Jose put Cannoli, I just finished John's Flash Rebirth and Flashpoint. Johns did some good shit, man. Like,
Flash Rebirth is a lot of fun. You had Ethan Van Sciver on the art. He killed it once again.
Yep.
Say what you will about the guy. His art is always fantastic.
For sure. JK put that gives DC a lot of credit. Me saying someone in there probably had the wherewithal. Look, I will say there are some people in DC right now that are actively trying to do banger stuff. So there are some good ones. We just still have some crazy people there kind of running portions of the loony bin. But
yes.
And then Salty, I agree. It was a worthy Batman Full Moon was a worthy limited series. Great covers indeed. I thought the art was really fun and interesting because it's just gritty and scratchy.
I will say, if you want to read a fun werewolf story with am I still here?
Yeah, you're here.
Oh, hello.
Yeah,
okay,
can
cool.
you hear me?
My computer froze that for a second. Yeah. Sorry. If you want to read a fun Batman werewolf story, read a Batman and Bigby, A Wolf in Gotham. It's Batman crosses over with Bigby from Fables, and there's a werewolf going around killing people in Gotham. It's a fun story. Written by Bill Willingham, OG legend.
I remember Wes did not like that, and I was like, dude, this is
did.
fun.
Yeah, I was always recommending it. I enjoyed it, but yeah.
He's like, I don't know, man. I'm just not feeling it. And then Canoli did put, don't worry, I'm moving on to Judge Dredd essential books after this.
Ooh, yeah.
Nice.
I've got all those bastards on my revolving bookcase. Got them all. Love them.
It's his revolving bookcase, but it's really a secret passageway to another room full of more bookcases.
Yeah,
and more,
with more bookcases.
It's my portal to my omnibuy. So yeah, two banger books back to back here. I do want to kind of stick with DC because there was a book that debuted this week that is a Black Label book that is Superman and is written by the team or created by the team behind Ice Cream Sundae. And did you get a chance to read this?
I did read it.
I will say I came into this, I'm pulling it up now. I came into this expecting to hate it. And look, I've loved a lot of Ice Cream Man up until recently with some chaos going on. Some politics getting involved.
Yes.
And I couldn't right. I couldn't really picture this team doing banger job with Superman, but I walked away enjoying this more than I thought I would.
Yeah, I told Wes, if you look at the tone of this, especially when you compare it to the art as well, it feels like he's trying to do an all-star Superman story here.
Yeah,
by Grant Morrison, and and Martin Morazzo, his art is reminiscent. I'm not saying it's directly similar to Frank Whitley, but it's reminiscent of Frank Whitley, in a way, and especially in the faces.
Yeah, but it's a big chin.
Yeah, it's a big chin, but there's something about Martin Morazzo's art when he draws superheroes. It feels like a sarcastic approach. It feels like it belongs to Mad Mag. It feels like it belongs to Mad Magazine. Honestly,
I can agree with you there.
Yeah, I don't like his Batman at all. He looks way too wimpy in this.
He does. He looks skinny as.
Yeah, there he is.
Yep.
It just doesn't look good.
No.
But yeah, it's an interesting story. It's interesting. I'm curious to see where it goes. But it's something.
Yeah, I mean, we get a lot of new kryptonite introduced, more colors. I would say that I feel like this could be a cheap storytelling tactic, but it was handled relatively well.
Yeah, so. and what the weird thing is, like I said, it's told in the vein of Grant Morrison's All-Star Superman in the sense that it's not that serious, because this first form of kryptonite, it really isn't that serious. It really isn't that dangerous. He just sees time just kind of out of sequence, and it's like that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. In the grand scheme of things, that's not bad when it comes to kryptonite. But yeah, I see this as just a fun Silver Ages type story.
Agreed. I will point out we're talking about Batman and how wimpy he looks, but he also looks like he's got one hell of a wad of dip in his mouth. So I went from
big
like,
league, the best,
yeah,
big two.
y'all did my boy wrong to like I'm waiting for him to just be like, yep, spit into a cup. Yeah, no, look, I will say this. It was better than I thought it was. I came in not expecting much. I was kind of dreading this book, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
And it handled it well. And I do feel like knowing Maxwell Prince or W. Maxwell Prince, I feel like he's probably going to hit some emotional notes with this. So even with you saying like this first kryptonite and the fact that it kind of just kind of displaces the time, I feel like he's kind of waiting for a gut punch because that's kind of his thing.
Yeah, and it's teased in this first issue with Lois.
Yeah.
Which is a plot point, something that Lois wants that she never really showed a desperation or yearning for in prior books. And it's like, okay, this is a first. I understand the motivation. Let's see what happens. It's definitely an Elseworld. It's definitely a Black Label. So yeah.
Yep. Would you go so far to say this is a recommend, or is this like maybe a wait and see?
This is a wait and see for me. It's a wait and see. I want to see where we are after issue 3. But right now, it's on a good trend right now. So, but we'll see what happens.
Yes, we do know how quickly that can change. So I would say it's on a wait and see for me. I'm definitely picking up the next like issue or two. I don't even know how many issues it's supposed to be.
I think 5.
Is it 5? I was
5.
trying to see if it said that on the cover. No, it just says book 1. Yeah. And then I'm trying to remember how much was this? That's what I also don't remember.
I think like $6-7.
Yeah, it was not a cheap book. So that's potentially another. Oh yeah, it's not showing the back cover. That's potentially another reason to maybe wait it out, see if it's really worth spending your money on.
Yeah. Jeff Feel.
Next issue is super size, super surprise. Yeah. I would say for now, maybe keep an ear on what folks are saying. If you're a Superman nut and you kind of pick up everything Superman, sure, great. I will say the Superman titles aren't terrible right now. There's a lot of good stuff with Superman going on. So
that's true.
Why not? If you're winning, keep winning. So, and then I'll keep my fingers crossed that this continues to deliver. Let's actually, you know what? I want to pull this up on League of Comic Freaks to see if anyone's smoking the DICK of W. Maxwell Prince, because
he's got his fans, so I'm sure they are.
Let me see. Let me get over here if my computer will cooperate.
Da, 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 ba, da, 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 da.
I know.
Da, 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 ba, da, 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 da.
All right. Look, I mean, even this first one, Danger Rock, you got this guy going. I've probably read less than 1% of the Superman comics that DC's published over the past 87 years. Nonetheless, I'm fairly certain that this new book will earn its place among the greatest Superman comics of all time. So, yep, this is kind of what I thought might happen. I'm sure that this team is going to bring people on that don't typically read these books, Morazzo and Prince, and that's not a bad thing.
No.
But what I hope is that people read this and go, oh, okay, maybe I didn't really give Superman the time of day that I should, and they look up other Superman books.
Yeah, like All-Star Superman.
Or Superman for all, like, Superman for all seasons. Just go for it. Like, there's
Superman
really
Exile.
Good,
yeah.
Yep. There's good stuff out there. So do it. And then on the retrospect, you have like this guy here that says, I haven't read anything from Prince and Morazzo before, but what I do know about them is that they're up to the task with this book. I've been peripherally aware of this, but I hadn't read Ice Cream Man, and I don't think much of it at first. So, yeah, it looks like you get a good combination. I will say this is the type of stuff that DC needs to do more of, is get these creative teams from other comics that are popular or have done well that maybe aren't your traditional superhero comics. Let them do this Elseworld type story or this Black Label type story, whether they want to focus on character or theme, and kind of let them do their thing. Like, why at this point, why not?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd put them on a mainline story because then you potentially ruin continuity, but
Yeah.
this type of stuff, perfectly fine with it. And if it's a banger success, then great. If not, then well, we tried. So
Yep. It's its own little corner. It's its own little pocket universe.
And let me go through some comments real quick. We do have Salty coming in with a $2 super sticker. Thank you, good sir. I appreciate it, and we will do this.
Who wants to hang out in a blanket fort with grown men in tiny underoos? Hello.
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 Salty, as always, I really appreciate you being here, man. I appreciate the support, and I love that you give me shit. So, where are we here? Okay, I went up too far. I did say that he does have Batman Bigby saved to read. So there you go, Senor Drew.
Very nice.
Yeah, JK also put, I really enjoyed Batman Bigby. Took a bit to get into it, but then it was good. Yeah, I think like the second and third issue had some slow burn going on. But then it really kind of picked up and started going. Kaiser also put West has me on a Venditti run, Exo Manowar, and Freedom Fighters. Listen, pretty much anything you pick up from Robert Venditti is a good read.
Look, all I'm going to say is pick up his Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps Rebirth run. It was him and Ethan Van Sciver and I think Gerard Sandoval on some interiors and covers, and Tyler Kirkham on covers. It was a great run, and it was one of the few Rebirth runs they never collected in the deluxe edition. I had to find the individual trades for that run, which pissed me off. And I got a feeling I know why they won't do a deluxe edition of that. But yeah, you know what I'm talking about. But it's a fantastic run. Check that out.
For sure. Salty had put, what's the name of this Superman run? Is it actually worth picking up? Seriously, no wishy-washy bullshit, guys. Yeah, again, I think we're on a wait and see for this. And part of that is, and I will say, Salty, part of that is because we've read so much of Ice Cream Man, and there are times when W. Maxwell Prince just really nails it. But he's normally doing some offbeat, kind of weird, sometimes horror, creepy type stuff, and then he'll just gut punch you with emotions out of nowhere.
And sometimes he'll invoke his own political.
Oh yeah, that's
beliefs.
been recent, and it just pisses me off. But
yeah, it's not even clever allegories. It is really bash you over the head with a baseball bat, Al Capone style from The Untouchables. Like it's not subtle at all.
No. Yeah. So when he nails it, he nails it. When he misses, he misses. I think it was 2 years ago. I had his book Swan Songs as my number one pick for the year because it was just an anthology series of stories about things ending, but it was written on multiple levels, and like you could read through those issues more than once, and you pick something up new each time you read it. I think that's a sign of really good writing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, that's why I'm saying wait and see here, because I wouldn't have picked him as a good pick for a Superman book, but he's got, what was it, 4 or 5 new kryptonites that he's dealing with. Yeah. So I'm just waiting for that shoe to drop that it's gonna absolutely destroy me, because I feel like it's coming. Salty also found it. The covers are not selling it to me. What the fuck?
That's fair.
Yeah, look, Morazzo's art, he's got a very simplistic style, which is effective sometimes, and sometimes it can feel like you're just looking at simple.
Yeah, I'll say it's a more simplistic version of Frank Whitley. I'll say that.
Yeah. And I agree with Kaiser here. Superman for All Seasons is the perfect starting point for Superman. Completely agree. If you've never read Superman, that is the book to read. It gives you such a good foundation of who Superman is, who the Kents are, Lois, Lex, Metropolis, Smallville. I'm like, it really puts everything into perspective. Yeah, so just fantastic. I can't say enough about that. We even covered it for the book club, which will be coming back next month. Sorry for those who've
So,
been asking.
so speaking of book club, book clubs and Superman books, Superman comic stuff, origin starting points. I remember reading years ago. It was called "It's Superman." I think it was written by Brad Anderson. I think was the guy's name, maybe, but it was about the origin of Superman, but in the 1930s. It's an actual novel, and it was a terrific, terrific story about him growing up during the Great Depression and making his way to Hollywood and making his way to Metropolis, encountering Lex. It is a great story.
And that's Here Comes Superman.
It's Superman.
Oh, it's Superman. I'll have to look that up. Yeah, I'll definitely have to look that up. And let's see. The sequel with the last book I read from this team was Art Brut. That was a wild book, one of my favorite books from this creative team. Nice.
Yeah, that had honestly, after reading that, I was thinking to myself, you know what, this team should be on Doom Patrol. That's what told me.
You know what? That would be a perfect book for them because there they could do the weird shit that they like to do, but they could still like just run home with themes like they do, run home with character moments like they do. That would actually be I would be first in line for that. If you're DC, if you're listening, like Drewski over here is giving you gold.
Yeah, sorry.
And then, sorry, I was laughing because of Kaiser's comment that put one of the kryptonites make Superman gay. Hi, hi, I'm Superman and I'm here to save the day.
Your heart is young and gay.
Who needs capes on me? Don't cover that to she. Yeah.
What's creme brulee?
Yeah. It's creme brulee. See, this is gonna be where more new people come in and they're like, what the fuck is going on here? Welcome, surprise. Yeah, by the way, we do have 53 people watching between X and Twitter, or not Twitter, X and YouTube. So please comment, like, whatever. If you can come to the YouTube side, we'd appreciate it. Hit that like button. But yeah. Okay, Drewski, we've got about 30 minutes left, so we're gonna hit some of these kind of fast.
Okay.
I will say that I did not get a chance to read this. My shop, I'd mentioned, sold out of this, which is a great sign. And my LCS owner was like, I misjudged how many people would pick up this relaunch of #1, but I'm talking about Space Ghost. But you did read it, so we've got the same creative team doing a relaunch, #1. What were your thoughts on this relaunch?
I thought it was good. It was good. You know, it's more of an emotional issue too. I mean, granted, on one hand, we do have. God, I love that cover.
Yeah, it's bomb.
Bomb diggity.
Diggity.
But on one hand, you have Space Ghost facing the Toy Maker, who is a creepy villain in this. But on the other hand, you have an emotional story going on with the kids and their uncle. Their uncle who discovers them and finds out they're still alive, and he says, "Hey, I want to adopt you guys. I want to take care of you guys." And they're telling him, you know, pretty much their experience, like who they're with, the guy that they're with now, who's taking care of them, but not saying it's Space Ghost. They're saying what he's doing, when he does all this, how he takes care of them, this and that. It's fun. It's good.
Yeah.
But you understand, like the uncle is at the same time is, you know, giving counter arguments, you know, to what they're going through with Space Ghost. And by the end of it, it's like, okay, it's had a good emotional tone, had a good emotional note to it. And I really dug it. It's a good jumping on point. And I think it's one of those books where you read this, if you like it, I hope it'll make you go back and read the prior run. Because the prior run is the bomb.com.
Well, and the prior run is so perfect because it's like if you don't really know anything about these characters, it sets it up really well. You know, my phone's going crazy. Sorry, I'm trying to get it to stop buzzing like nobody's business. But it's a great introduction. So part of me understands why they did. I think it was the 12 issues, right, and then the annual, and then if you want to have like a nice little collection there, great. And then come in with this. I will say Jonathan Lau's art looks a little different here.
Yeah, it's not. Well, it's hard to say. Like you said, it does look a little different. It's hard to pin down what exactly is different about it.
Yeah,
Um,
it feels like a little. I don't gritty is not the right word, but it feels like it's got a little more loose pencils to it,
yeah.
which I don't mind. Oh, that's creepy as fuck.
Yeah, like I told you, man, the Toymaker, he's a creepy ass villain.
Yeah. Um. So awesome. Yeah. This is something I'll definitely be picking up and reading. I've always told my LCS owner, like, if there's ever anything that I'm reading, but someone else wants to get it, by all means, like, sell it to them, because I'm the type that'll be like, yeah, just reorder it for me, or I'll pick up a reprint later on. So missed out on this, and then because I didn't have the physical copy, I forgot to circle back and sell these. What? Who said that? Not me. What are you talking about? Another book that I do want to talk about real quick is Aquaman, because holy crap, was this an action-packed issue?
Yes, it was.
So you got Jeremy Adams coming in, continuing to deliver like banger work, and sadly, not enough people are reading this book.
It's heartbreaking when you saw the position where it's at. It's like, are you kidding me right now?
Yeah.
But I think we've all agreed, if this had the absolute banner on it, this would be in the top 10.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think that is spot on. Just 1 second. I'm snoozing notifications for an hour. Yeah, like if this had absolute on it, it would be selling much, much better. So it's a shame that it's not. And was there a conversation about potentially having this as an absolute Aquaman? Do we know?
I think so. I don't know for certain. I should have asked that. I saw Jeremy a couple weekends ago at Terrificon.
Yeah.
I should have asked him that. I didn't get a chance to.
I mean,
he was back issue hunting, but
it's oh yeah, you don't want to interrupt a man when he's back issue hunting.
No.
I mean, it's one of those weird and interesting situations where it's different enough that you could totally see it being absolute, but it's also on point enough that you're like, okay, it doesn't feel like it's outside of main continuity.
Mhm.
So, and the fact that you have him, yeah, yes. But yeah, like you get to this and it's pretty much a battle from all the way, like from here till the end. And yeah, you get some crazy ass surprises going on here. So sorry to ruin that. And then yeah, maybe some other characters have some kind of crazy fates that may or may not be lasting. Who knows? Who knows what happens? But yeah, I thought this was a shit ton of fun to read, and it was a fast-paced, high-energy book. And I'm hoping this isn't a setup for a conclusion of the title.
Yeah, I'm afraid of. I hope it doesn't happen.
Yeah, but if it is, hey, at least he delivered one hell of a book, and you can have a kick-ass story. So, but hopefully that is not the case. And yeah, I don't think the first trade of this has come out yet. Correct?
No, I don't. No, I don't believe it has either. No, it hasn't.
Yeah. I'm hoping DC will keep putting issues out to see if they get any bumps from the trade, because there are a lot of people. Oh, whoops! There are a lot of people that do a lot of trade waiting. Spoilers. But yeah, I do think it's a shame that more people aren't reading Jeremy's work across the board, and it's just a shame, because if there is a guy that could step up and really kind of take the reins and be a new leader for DC, he's it.
Yes, it's not Josh Williamson. It's not Scott Snyder. It's Jeremy.
Yeah. And I think they just need to keep giving him these characters to work with so he can prove that point. His Flash run got cut unceremoniously short for
bullshit,
which was stupid. Green Lantern seems like he's kind of trekking along with it decently. And then this is unfortunately not getting nearly the amount of people that it should. So, but definitely worth picking up. Again, if you haven't been reading it or you've missed it, go get the trade when it comes out. I'll have to try to look up and see when it does come out. But let's kind of move to Marvel for a little bit, because I do have a book that has been a little over the top for me, but it's still been fun. And even though this artist isn't my favorite artist, I respect and appreciate his work. And that is Spider-Man and Wolverine with Kari Andrews on here. And
On
look,
the cover. Carrie Andrews
yeah,
on the cover.
that's what I was about to say. As much as I'll say, like, I don't know if he's the artist for me, but I can respect his work. I tell you what, you notice when he's gone because the art isn't bad, but man, it lost all the pizzazz for me that he has. And this to me came across as someone doing their best Kari Andrews impersonation and just not meeting it.
No, and that's one thing. As soon as I got to this page, I'm like, there's something wrong here.
Yeah,
Because I just automatically assumed Carrie was doing the interior. So I'm looking at this, I'm like, there's something wrong. And
right.
I noticed it's like the texture of the costumes, like it's hard to, and on top of that, the panel layouts.
Yep.
Panel layouts are generic as shit. They're
Yep.
not as creative and dynamic as Carrie gets with his panel layouts. And I'm
No.
like, did Carrie phone this in? I'm like, oh, Carrie didn't do the interiors.
Mm-mm. Nope. We don't have any tumor thighs or anything going on. No. I'm kidding. No, and for me that was really the big thing is there is that his perspective, which is so unique and interesting, just was lacking. And it's it's one of those things that I can sit here and go, oh, he's not my favorite. But when you force me to acknowledge, the two here, I'm like, okay, like I have to just eat crow on up. Like the guy can write some dynamic, engaging books. Art wise, deliver it. I shouldn't say write it, but yeah, and it's like even this. So this panel of Spider-Man, it feels like something Kari Andrews would do, but something about it just isn't right.
Well, the one thing I could tell you, it's a straight flat shot.
Yeah,
that's what's boring. It's dull as shit,
right?
As David Lynch, John Ford would say.
Yeah. I mean, even these, which are on a little bit of perspective angle, it's not capturing whatever magic he brings to it. And I wish I could speak to it in better terms and more clearly, but I'm not an artist.
No, you're right. No, you said it pretty clearly. And I mean, he doesn't have that creativity for dynamic paneling that Carrie Andrews does.
Yeah. I also hate this Doc Ock. He looks like the kid that just got teased at school, and that's it.
It looks like Syndrome from Invincible.
Oh yeah,
The Incredibles.
But we do get some new characters introduced here, which I thought was fine. It was sure. Although I wasn't sure how I felt about the end.
Let's just say everything happens very quickly in this.
Oh yeah, I mean that's kind of been the gamut from day one, though, from issue one. But yeah, you got this new character, Dark Shadow. I think that's what his name was. And then we see another character towards the end come in that I was like, okay. But that was me. I don't read enough Spider-Man, so maybe I'm the minority with that one. But did you have any thoughts on the character that popped up at the end? Are you trying to remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, for the most part, I'm still having fun with this. It feels like that's what this book is meant to do, is just deliver a fun story. It's not taking itself too seriously, which is nice, but it's giving you a lot of kind of just interesting, bombastic action. I am annoyed to all get out that Kari Andrews isn't on this issue because it's a mini series. Like, if you're gonna do a mini series, just stick with one freaking artist.
Yeah.
I think that's more frustrating than anything. Like, if it was an ongoing, fine, but it's not a freaking ongoing. I think it's 5 issues total that they're doing for this. So why can't you just give yourself enough of a leeway to let him do the entire freaking book? I don't know. That pissed me off more than anything. But let's kind of turn to the chat real quick and see if there is anything going on with these books. And Salty put, I have that SG cover, dark and more emotional tone. I think that's Space Ghost. Gotcha. And then, yes, Ezekiel came in with that last arc of Space Ghost was awesome. Highly recommend. Completely agree. Aquaman has been a great read. Yeah, tell more people, like, especially if you're at your comic shop, tell them they're missing out on freaking Aquaman. Tell your comic shop owner, like, hey, hype up Aquaman. It's a good book. Salty Traveling Sea coming in with Aquaman has been great. Has been a great run. Took you guys rec and stayed with it. Yeah, like it's just fun, man. Like I think that's the big thing to me is I'm all for doing weightier stories, but sometimes I just want fun, bombastic comic book action, and I feel like that's what Jeremy's doing. But he gets the lore. So while you're getting the fun, you're also getting the lore, and that's where I think we really win because he's the type of guy that can pick up and respect the history, but also set up enough stuff that you can give years worth of storytelling moving forward. And as a publisher, that's what you want. You want those type of people here. So, Ezekiel put so many people are hating on this book and Adam's Green Lantern series, Aquaman, GL, and Green Lantern Corps among my favorite. You know what it is? It's all the freaks that are over on League of Comics Geeks that they just don't want. If it doesn't have certain story elements, they're just gonna hate it. These are the same people that said freaking Kirkman and Dan Moore are milk toast or mayonnaise on white bread or whatever the hell they were saying. Like we don't. There are certain opinions that you just don't listen to, right? Like everyone has buttholes and they stink. And that's these people's opinions. Let's see. Kaiser did put Aquaman, Green Lantern, and Robin and Batman are my only DC pulls. That absolute stuff doesn't interest me. That absolute stuff does not interest me as well either. However, they are kind of like the hot topic, so I do have reviews coming up for them. It's not going to be great reviews, so get ready. But those will be coming before too long. Is Dagon a new character? Is Dagon a new character, Drew? Do you know?
I honestly don't know. He could have been in the original Aryan run,
Yeah,
in the 80s. But I know Dagon's a character going back to H.P. Lovecraft lore and everything. So this may be his first time being incorporated into the DC universe. I'm not 100% certain.
So it looks like he was an established character.
Okay.
I had to just Google him real quick. Aquaman's one of those characters that I'm not that well read on. I've read stuff here and there, but I've never really fully dug into it. It doesn't look like he has a huge background, so it looks like this was a deep cut that Jeremy pulled. Which honestly, hey, that's a good way to get some books going, or kind of planting your mark on a series. What else would you? Ezekiel put if DC stuck with Spurrier for 25 issues, let Adams write even with the low sales. Yeah, oh man. And Kaiser put just give Batman and Jeremy. Yes, please, for the love of God. I mean, look, you're gonna get at least 25 to 50 issues probably with Fraction on Batman, and then we'll see what happens. Kaiser did put Carrie Andrews as the modern day Joe Mad. Would you agree with that sentiment, Drewski?
I would say that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah, well, we'll allow it. We'll allow it.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I agree, Salty. Spider-Man and Wolverine is still on the pull list for the last few. Yeah. And part of this is why I spending so much time on the art. I just feel like if you go back to even the first 3 issues, there's plenty of stuff you could gripe about from a story perspective. But I think Andrews' art makes it so just different and fun that you're willing to overlook it, but it was hard to overlook some of those things in this issue. And Zeke pisses me off that Kari was not on this book. Just pay the man his money and let him do a full series. And honestly, that's probably more of what it is. Just Marvel not wanting to pay what they need to pay. How cheap can we make this? Let's see. So JK, I thought Dagon was an existing character. Yes. And JK's like, it's pretty sad that it's a deep cut, and I knew, but yep, good on you, JK. We've got like about 10ish minutes left. Drewski, is there a book that you for sure want to cover? I know some of the others we discussed were either X-Men, Predator, Green Lantern Corps, or Daredevil.
Yeah, I'll say let's talk about Predator Kills the Marvel Universe.
Awesome. So I'm gonna be honest, I didn't read this on purpose because I wasn't crazy about Predator versus Wolverine or Spider-Man or Black Panther. I was like, but
Same.
you're not.
I was
You're not the first person that said you enjoyed this.
Yeah, I was not planning on reading this. I did not want to read this because I thought it was going to suck balls, and because the last few runs have not been that stellar, and we all know, I know at this point, like a lot of characters are just safe. Nothing's going to happen to them.
Mm-hmm.
But imagine my shock. Ed Brisson actually shows some balls here, and he takes out characters that I did not think would be touched at all, would not be hurt at all. He straight up murders their asses in this. I'm like,
oh wow,
holy shit! I am laughing my ass off because I did not see it coming, and I thought it was gonna be like another Cullen Bunn Daredevil kills Marvel Universe, doesn't really kill everyone. It's lazy shit, but no, it's a blast in this, and you have Kraven as the lead Predator hunter. Fuck yes, I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was one of the things that intrigued me the most too, was finding that out. Yeah, I'm scared to keep going. But I've heard from a few people that were like, "Oh no, this is a lot of fun." I was like, "Really?" And then some of them would then even acknowledge, like, "Yeah, hey, like if you read Wolverine or Black Panther, those two in particular got brought up a lot." They're like, but this was fun. So, but yeah, glad. I think I'm gonna have to go back and just check this out at some point. I'm gonna try to skip quickly. It looks like it could be. Who's the artist on this? Because
I forget. They did an okay job. They're not great.
Yeah.
I think it was like
No.
two pencilers did it. Yeah, they're
right.
Which is a
Yeah. So
shame.
Marcelo Ferreira and Picciotto. Yeah, I would say just looking at it here, I kind of wish they would have gotten a better artist, but it's also Marvel, and why on earth is that Carol Danvers? Oh no, General Charlotte Pett.
Yeah, but I think her ass gets straight up murdered in this, which is awesome. So, yeah.
I'm like, who the beep is this bitch?
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, no, I'll have to go back and read it because again, this was 100% by choice. That I had no hope in this book. So to have heard from a couple of people.
Josh, tower rack.
Okay, sorry. I was busy owing because I saw the helmet and I was like, "Oh, interesting." And then I went down more. I was like, "Holy shit, interesting." So, okay, look, this page alone, I'm on board. I'm not scrolling further. I want to read this. Dang. Okay, that looks cool. Predator X. Is it cheesy? Sure. Do I still want to read it? Fuck yeah, I do. So you would say definitely worth picking up?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Like it just turned your brain off. Enjoyed the slaughtering. I did, and it's one of the few done right.
Nice. Very nice. All right, well, we're going to start wrapping things up here so we can get Drewski to bed. I still have to read a whole freaking book before tomorrow night as well. So I'm like, whoa. Just a reminder real quick, if you haven't already, you can go back. Naughty and Nice, The Return on Kickstarter. We looked at it at the beginning of the show. The link is pinned in the comments. And yeah, Drew's having a banger campaign here with Clan McDonald and 14,523 out of the $3,000 goal. So that is awesome. We quickly skimmed through some covers earlier. So just go check it out, see what strikes your fancy. If you like Vava Voom and Bazingas, there are plenty of options there for you as well. But yeah, I know Drew wanted to make a point of delivering a solid story, so that's part of the tease. You'll see a few smiley faces if you keep scrolling, covering up the goods.
No, you nailed it. It's like we wanted to prove a point that you can have a sexy book, but have a great kick-ass story that has a punch to it.
Yep.
And Aaron and I are doing that here.
Indeed. So go back the book, pick up some covers, and you won't. I don't think you're gonna regret it at all. Drewski, if people want to find you, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram, Dolan_Waddick, and you can find me on Facebook on Dolan Waddick.
Indeed. As for myself, we're gonna throw in some damn it Joshes from that last towel rack of my mic cutting out. Shame, I got teased with a perfect stream last week, and this one's got me a couple of times. Real quick, Kaiser Jose put identities. Yes, indeed, there are identities there. Indeed. If you would like to follow the channel, you can follow us at ByPopped on X/Twitter, depending on how old you are and what you call it. We are here pretty much every Tuesday and Thursday unless something's going on. Drewski's a busy guy. I will keep you guys in the loop on the medical stuff and if it's going to throw any wrenches in the plans. But right now, I'm just going to say no. Be hopeful. Other than that, you can follow me personally at Joshua L. McDonald on X for all the other random crap that you might see. Did you see the trailer for, is it Good Boy?
I have not yet.
Oh, okay. I don't know how I feel. I'm terrified. And not because it's a horror thing. I'm terrified for the freaking dog. Bless you.
Thank you.
So I'm probably...
Oh, Josh Towrack.
Okay, I'm back. I'm probably going to be one of those people in the theater screaming like those folks that I was referencing earlier. Don't you dare! Leave that dog alone. But no, it looks really interesting. And I don't know if they use CGI on the dog a little bit to help it emote, but if they didn't, and it's just this dog responding to phrases or whatever, man. But as long as they don't kill the dog, I'm good. They kill the dog, I'm burning the theater to the ground. That's all I can say. Anyways, we will be back here on Thursday for this week's comics. So we'll be back at 7:05 p.m. Central Standard Time to discuss what's coming out tomorrow. So stay tuned, come back, talk to us. We'll drop some floppies. And as always, we'll just nerd out. Until then, have a good night, folks. Bye.
What?
Get the fuck